As you'd expect at its price point and available specifications, the Audi A7 delivers generous helpings of comfort and performance, making it automotive self-indulgence of a pretty high order. But that's not what sets it apart. There are many cars in this class that, in varying degrees, provide exactly the same. What makes the A7 special is that it's one of those rare pieces of kinetic sculpture that makes its owner grateful for the gift of eyesight. Audi assigns the A7 to that growing class called Fords or coupes, which has made coupe a word that's becoming almost as elastic, and one that is equally nonsensical, as crossover. According to Brother Webster, a coupe is a closed, two-door automobile. This car has 4 doors, and like its fraternal twin the A6, it is in actuality a sedan, albeit here with a rear hatch. The styling element that sets apart the A7 and others of this vehicle type, the Mercedes-Benz CLS and the BMW 6 Series Gran Coupe, say, is a roofline that slopes away after the pillar, culminating in a fast backlight. It's a design element common to most contemporary coupes, thus apparently justifying the stretch to include cars with 4 doors. Semantics notwithstanding, Audi's execution of this design is the best of the bunch, and we are pleased to see that in this 2016 freshening Ingolstadt has had the good sense to refrain from making any major changes. The grille isn't quite so assertive as was the 2015 models, the LED headlights and the tail lights take on more of a squint, and the exhaust outlets become rectangular. That's pretty much it for aesthetic alterations. Always an Audi strong suit, the interior is tastefully sumptuous, with upgrades to infotainment features and, in our Prestige package-equipped test car, it includes a head-up display, which is very helpful in a car that masks its speed so well. Another helpful new item is standard blind spot warning. Audi calls it side assist. Like other cars with swoopy roof lines, the A7's rear quarter visibility is a little marginal. More pace, we mentioned speed, and there's plenty of it on tap for 2016. Audi has mined another 23 horsepower from the output of the A7's 3.0-litre supercharged V6, bringing the total to 333 at 6,500 revolutions per minute. Torque is unchanged at 325 lb-ft and comes on strong well down the RPM range. The transmission, an 8-speed forced automatic, is familiar as well, and although its shifts lack the right-no urgency of Audi's dual-clutch automatic, response to the paddle shifters is prompt and operation in full auto mode is essentially seamless. You'd think the addition of 23 horses to a two-ton sedan wouldn't make much difference in its getaway stats, but you'd be wrong. Compared with the last A7 3.0 we tested, this 2016 model was almost a half-second quicker to 60 miles per hour, at 4.7 seconds, and nearly a full second quicker to 111.8 ticks. It also knocked 0.3 off its predecessor's quarter-mile time, arriving with 2 more miles per hour on the Speedo 13.4 seconds at 105 miles per hour, all of this despite weighing in at 4,234 pounds. 56 pounds heavier than the older model. The 2016 version is also thriftier, according to the EPA, 20 miles per gallon city and 30 highway, versus 1828 for the 2015 car. That said, our heavy feed logged only 20 miles per gallon during this test versus 24 before. More judicious drivers will no doubt do better. Interior noise levels are another area of noteworthy improvement, trimming 4 decibels off the previous car's figure at a steady 70 miles per hour. Smooth moves. The A7 is a big car, and it feels big, but never ponderous. Responses to the helm are prompt, body roll is modest, and if the steering is lifeless at a parking lot pace, it acquires the right level of effort and respectable accuracy as speeds increase. Typical for a big, all-wheel drive car, when pushed hard the A7s will exhibit progressive understeer. This is not an autocross weapon, but is totally predictable in its manners, free of any real vices, and smooth even on gnarly surfaces. Braking is powerful and fade-free, with good stopping distances 166 feet from 70 miles per hour, although we've seen better in other A7s. We put this down to our test car's Continental Pro Contact TX 2,653,520 all-season tires. This also applies to skid pad performance. 0.84 grams isn't bad, but we've recorded as high as 0.91 in previous tests. Demerits: very few. Throttle type-in can be a little abrupt from rest. A touch of the pedal produces languid response. A little more produces more scoot than the driver might like. And Audi's software mavens need to tweak their ones and zeros in the auto stop-start program, which isn't as refined as some. With a base price of $69,225, no one would call the 2016 A7 inexpensive. And our test car was enhanced with $6,200 worth of options. The Prestige Group $2,650. Head-up display, Bose surround sound audio, ventilated front seats, LED interior lighting, black optic package $1,500. 20-inch wheels with matte titanium finish, all-season tires, S-Line Sport package $1,000. Sport suspension, S-Line exterior trim, cold weather package $500. Heated steering wheel, heated rear seats, and silver metallic paint $550. For a car like ours, you're talking $75,425. A hefty sum by any reckoning, and particularly when you could have the same or similar performance from the more conservative A6 for some $10,000 less. On the other hand, the A7 is considerably less expensive than its swoopy Fords or coupe rival from BMW. And it possesses an eye candy quotient that few, if any, can match.